Hello and welcome to Heardit, a podcast all about Reddit. My name is Will.
My name is Sam.
And today we've taken a suggestion. Can you believe it?
Yeah, finally.
From
some guy.
Yeah.
He could be trolling us and deliberately giving us a bad suggestion.
Good
we
shout.
haven't considered that up until this point.
Good shout, actually. I should be more naturally sort of defensive.
Yeah.
And rather than just welcoming people in, I need to remember, trust no one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my immediate thought is no one is genuinely going to be enjoying this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, why would they be giving us suggestions out of the goodness of their heart?
Exactly.
But anyway, we're rolling with it.
Because he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Because he's a good guy.
Yeah.
We actually had a couple of comments on our Reddit, which it's not much. It doesn't sound like much, but we loved it. It was cool seeing people go on there, and it's cool that you can actually say stuff on here and then people hear it and go and do it.
In the real world.
Yeah, in the real world.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that. That's awesome. And thanks for those. Seen not quite a few, but a few more people signing up that haven't commented. That's cool as well. Yeah. It's great to see.
It's fine to lurk. Yeah,
I'm a lurker. Voyeur.
Yeah. You are a lurker, actually.
Yeah, I am a bit of a... Why? Because you've looked at my account. You've seen my
I know that you know... Like, for example, your Will Heardit account. One comment, loads of lovely upvotes. Me, lots of comments, and not had a hit yet, Been contributing a lot, but not had any hits yet.
I'm something of a master when it comes to most things, in fact.
A master manipulator. A masturbator.
So anyway, what basically the point of that was that someone's gone onto our subreddit and given us a suggestion of a subreddit to look through, and that suggestion was PointlessStories, and it was Devin. I think it's Devin. Yeah. So thank you so much, Devin, legend. Yeah. We're gonna do it. We're gonna actually do it.
So are you familiar with this subreddit? Because I wasn't.
No.
Right.
I am ish now. I had a look in my lunch break when I was looking for the threads, but apart from that, no, I'd never actually heard of it. And the top comments only have typically a few hundred likes, a few hundred upvotes, or a few thousand.
So it's kind of a different kettle of fish to what we're used to doing, which is the larger subreddits.
Yeah, I'd say so. And I like the niche ones because it's funny, and it's part of what I think the podcast is about. It's about Reddit, right? So
it's part of what makes Reddit cool is all the random little subreddits.
Yeah. There's a long running joke with me and my girlfriend that I drink loads of water. Mm-hmm. And I think I might have even spoken about it.
We spoke about that on the last episode.
Yeah. And I came across, just randomly on Popular the other day, I came across a post from Hydro Homies, I think it's called. And it's just people that love water and drinking water, and then reminds you to drink more water and all that stuff. And I was like, that's so niche, but that is me. Yeah, and I subscribed. And it's that's why I love Reddit, because it's that's what it's there for, is to kind of aggregate everyone and let them chat and find people like you know what I mean? Okay, well, so... Should we kick it off? Should we get going?
Let's crack on.
Basically the gist of this is that they're not as long as the other posts often are, so they're normally a few paragraphs long. There is one that's slightly longer in here, but just to warn you, there's going to be a few. Okay, so it's going to be kind of quick fire. I think there's 6 or 7 or something like that.
And then the general gist of the subreddit is that they are just pointless stories.
Sorry, we should have got to that, but they're pointless stories basically, and it's just an excuse to tell someone, which I quite like. I feel that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're not 100% sure how this subreddit works, as we've said, which is why I've chosen this one first, because I think it gives you quite a good example of a pointless story that is still quite nice. So the title is I Asked Out a Girl, and this guy said, yesterday I asked out the first girl in 2 years. I'm a junior in high school. I weigh 250 pounds. I'm 6'1". Is that heavy?
What's that, 100 kilograms? 100? I don't know. I mean, for someone who's 6'1", I don't know. That seems... He's a bit chunky.
Okay. He plays football, so American football, I'm guessing.
It could be nice chunky.
Yeah.
It could be a chunky monkey. Ooh.
Yeah, totally. But I'm super awkward and have very few friends. This girl, Kayla, nice name.
Lovely.
Don't get many Kaylas.
Yeah. She's
everything I want. Well, it's nice in high school to find everything
it's
you
nice
want,
when,
isn't it?
It's nice when you're in high school and you think that someone can have everything you want.
No, he says she has everything he wants. So I think he knows, mate.
Okay.
I finally got the courage to ask her out, and I just wanted to share. That's it. Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
How many upvotes?
478.
Okay.
So it's not many. I mean, if I posted that, got 478, I'd be gutted. But I'm as I said, I'm the master, so I've got different sort of understanding of success.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say, have you got some today I fucked up threads lined up? Because
you're not happy with that.
No, I'm. Jesus Christ.
I've entered us in
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Slowly,
doing here.
So you've set the scene.
Yeah.
Let's
It's like a playlist. You can't start with Rage Against the Machine. All right, that comes in towards the end. Yeah, you start off with some nice acoustic. Okay, get the people going. But no, so that's kind of, I wanted to put that one in first because I thought it was quite sweet. It's nice, and actually, nice. I can imagine being on my my feed, coming across that and reading that and thinking, oh, good for you. I'm glad, yeah.
What are the comments saying?
People just saying congratulations, basically.
Wow. So it's just giving this guy a platform to just sort of tell a little random story.
Yeah, it's exciting news for him. Just because it's not for us. It's like, well, he hasn't really got anyone to tell. He hasn't got many friends, he says. So
yeah, okay. Okay.
I'm sure. I mean, that comment, I'm 6'1" and loser and haven't asked out a girl before, that could have been you. So let's not judge him too harshly.
That is why I'm so annoyed.
Yeah, because
I didn't want you to read that.
Yeah, have you seen the date? Holy shit, it's from 2011. Okay, so moving on. So this one's the slightly longer one. Okay.
But and equally pointless, or?
Equally pointless, but also actually kind of weirdly interesting. So I just got hearing aids. This is a list of things I currently hate. I got hearing aids today. Needed them for a while. Not super excited about the expense, but I guess I'll improve my quality of life or some shit.
Right.
What, by hearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Okay, no. Yeah. You can be as mean about this person as you like. They can't. They'll never hear it. But since it's only been a few hours into the adjustment phase and I'm currently overwhelmed by stimulus, I have started compiling a list of things I hate right now with some explanation. Enjoy. I don't know about, this is completely, really, really not important, but I don't know about putting enjoy at the end of a paragraph after you've just said, like, here's a list of things I'm about to say.
Enjoy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's cocky, but fair play. I quite like him now, actually. Or her. Doesn't say. Don't presume it's a man, Will. Come on, you're better than that. It's 2019. So things I currently hate. My voice. Have I always sounded like this? Come to think of it, most voices are currently annoying, but my own voice is driving me crazy. It kind of sounds like when you hum into a fan for that super cool robo voice, except it's real time and I can't make it stop unless I shut up. Easy way to solve that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut. That it's quite interesting that I hadn't really thought of it before, that obviously there are people that don't hear very well and they hear their own voice for the first time.
Yeah. Well, isn't that like a thing that like you see on YouTube like once a month, which is where
someone's like weeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hears their daughter speak for the first time.
Or Logan Paul sees colours for the first time. Have you seen that video? It's fucking mental. Have you seen that?
No, I've not seen it.
Oh, I wish I could. He basically puts on these glasses that are supposed to help colourblind people.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, I can't see colours. And he just like, he like breaks down basically in public. He's like, so beautiful. But it was years since I watched it. But H3H3, you know, that guy. I don't know how you pronounce that.
H3H3,
because is it not meant to be like he?
I know, but
anyway,
they were taking the piss.
He took the piss, at him and iDubbbz took the piss out of it, and great video. I'll send it to you after this.
Cool.
And listeners, you've probably seen it because you're not as out of the loop as...
No, you guys have the internet.
Yeah, Sam this is why I have to look up the threads. Sam doesn't have the internet.
We never explained that before.
Yeah.
I just don't have the internet.
You're like,
I love Reddit, you know, as a concept, but I've never used it before.
And it's quite hard for me, but I think that will show how good a guy I am. I take an extract of the entire site every month, and I just print that off for him. So we've got a few binders, and it works. You know, it's tough, but it works. And you leave your little comments, don't you, in your pen?
I do. Yeah. Not had any upvotes yet, but that's probably why. That's probably why.
Oh dear. So cars, it's snowing and they're so fucking loud. I know what he means. Like when it rains, when it snows, the road does get louder.
Well, yeah. But I mean, wait. Anyway, keep going. I've got some stuff to unpack
some issues. It's not just sort of really abusive stuff about deaf people, is it? Again.
Wow.
Because we've just done that. We've had to cut that out. Did you guys realize when walking? Did you guys realize you can hear your pants rub together when you walk? Because I didn't. Also, some services are just the worst, like hearing the noise. But it's funny because all of these things you just don't think about, but it's probably because you're used to them.
Yeah.
Tin foil. So much noise produced by tin foil.
And he hates that.
Brushing my hair. It's noisy, right? Well, it's probably a woman.
Oh, God. Well, I brush my hair.
Exactly. It's noisy. WTF, how are you people used to this? Cracking my knuckles.
Well, don't do it then.
All right.
God.
Zippers. The cat's playing. Oh,
what?
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, let the cats have their fun, for Christ's sake. Chairs.
Chairs?
They can be, when when you drag it across the floor, that can be pretty painful, to be fair. If you hadn't heard that before, you might be like, what the fuck is that? I didn't realise that happened. Also, it's like this guy's saying, girl, this person, fuck me.
This person.
Yeah, fuck me, where was I?
But do you know what? This person's really annoying me. Someone has worked incredibly hard to develop the hearing aid.
I remember what I was going to say.
And this person
is shitting
all over it. And do you know what? If you want to be deaf, then take them out, right? Because you're not going to get away from the sounds of paper and cars, right?
Maybe if she had been completely deaf.
Or
and it is a girl, because I've just...
okay.
Again, it might not be, because I saw kissing my boyfriend on the porch. Now, it could be a man, I know, okay? For Christ's sake. It could be a man, I know, okay? But it's probably not. Statistically, it's probably a woman.
Yeah,
so we've done it. We've got it there now, okay? Basically, my theory is that if you were completely deaf, the first time you hear noises, I mean, it's going to be pretty shocking, but also it's going to be like crazy because, wow, amazing. Whereas this woman probably is basically saying, yeah, like, oh, it's quite expensive and all this. And like, so I don't think she was deaf. I think she was just hard of hearing.
Right.
But then the question that's raising with me is, if she's just hard of hearing, how has she not heard a fucking chair before?
Yeah.
Or all this shit that she's talking about. Which one is it? Is she just a bit of a pain in the ass?
I think she's being an ass. Okay. Have you finished the list?
No.
Oh god.
No.
It's starting to get into petty.
Okay.
You know?
Well, it gets more petty. Kissing my boyfriend on the porch. That's probably the most petty one.
So, like, specifically on the porch.
It reverberates. And it sounds like we're in a cave.
How are you kissing?
How would you know? How would you know? Peeing. Would be fun to have known how multi-dimensional the sound of peeing was before I sat down.
Right.
Shut up.
That
one's really annoying.
This is, yeah.
As if her mum was going, oh, by the way, love, before you go in there. Wow, okay. So do you want to sit down because it's going to be scary? There's noise when you pee and it hits the water. Can you fucking imagine?
Yeah.
There's actually noise there. I don't know that like, is there not some element of common sense? I know that...
Yeah.
Fair enough, she's not before going in on there, but but it's like you must know a big fucking chair that makes noise on another surface, or water hitting water makes the surface. Fuck me. Yeah. Right. Like, should we just quit? Should we move on?
No, keep going. I want to hear every single thing that annoys this princess.
I've also skipped out
prince.
I've not skipped any of the actual points, but I've skipped the detail after them. She goes into detail on every single one.
Oh, thank you for doing that.
No problem. A key being turned in a doorknob. Okay, I can imagine that one. Yeah, fine.
Okay.
So she got one. Typing, and pretty much anything else that generates noise.
The sound of her boyfriend orgasming.
That's the thing that really, really winds her up.
Imagine that.
Nothing sounds natural to me right now. It's all exaggerated with a somewhat tinny resonance. So maybe it is just the... I don't know. I can't be asked even talking about it, what it could be and what it can't be anymore. As far as I'm concerned,
ungrateful.
She's dead to me, frankly. Yeah.
Deaf to me. Yeah.
Right. I'll get used to it eventually, but holy crap, it's weird at best.
I'm so sorry that someone has worked really hard to create these hearing aids for you, to help you experience the world. You know, I'm sorry for the sound of paper. It's not even a real problem, is it? Like, you know, come on.
Oh, it's certainly not. But then that's probably why it's on PointlessStories, isn't it? I don't know why I mean that. But you know what I mean.
It's fine. She's not listening to the podcast anyway. So.
No, she's certainly not. No. If anyone has any ideas of good sounds to try right now, that would be amazing. I'd love to experience the filet mignon of sounds while I'm still adjusting, but I cannot think of anything delightful. I'd go for what's that thing called?
My second album's
music?
pretty good.
Have they she heard music? Yeah, wow, that's where you really find
second
your
album's
sounds,
probably the best in terms of my peak.
Yeah, I mean it depends what kind of music you like, but because I don't really like
depends
any,
if you
any
like
of the
music,
albums. Yeah. First comment. Sorry.
Okay.
I love this post. This is fascinating. You just got to get used to all this shit now, so no other way around it. Haha. Hopefully you'll be so lucky to develop severe enough tinnitus, like the rest of us, to drown some of the obnoxious noises out.
Yeah. Wait, this post is not supposed to be fascinating though. It's supposed to be pointless. You're supposed to have no real reaction.
Right, insta-ban. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay. Well, maybe I can send a message to the mods.
I would message the mods immediately, yeah, please.
Here's a list of sounds I think are nice. No, I have no experience with hearing aids or impairment. A gentle breeze in treetops. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, okay. Well, it depends where you are. I mean, if you're in the Amazon...
Yeah.
That breeze could be the sound of a crane, you know, or something like that. So yeah, think about that before you start.
Such a good point.
Yeah, check your privilege.
He really should have caveated that in there.
Yeah,
especially if the birds are really far away, so they don't sound too loud. Shut the fuck up! That's fucking mental. That is mental. What?
Yeah.
Oh, that bird's too loud. Again, like that guy in Friends shoots that fucking bird.
Oh yeah. That's the second time we've referenced Friends.
I know.
Getting a bit embarrassing, to be honest.
Yeah, sorry, I'll never mention it again. Yeah, that bird thing's weird. It's. I can't imagine someone like in the Garden of Eden going, "Oh God, can you get rid of these fucking birds, mate? They're doing my nut in."
Yeah,
just move them outside the walls. Don't know if there were walls. It didn't exist. The sound of running a hand over very soft / silky fabric or fluffy fabric. Okay, like a whippet, kind of like the whippy kind of. I don't know if that's that great.
No comment.
Downvote.
No comment.
I've actually downvoted it. The sound of a very light shower of rain. I love rain personally. That's probably, I would say that's my favourite noise. One of them,
really?
sort of a natural noise. Yeah, other than music.
Do you ever listen to it before you go to bed or anything?
Yeah, I listen to work all the time. Listen to it before I go to bed. But the best is at home, and by home I mean my parents' house. I sleep in the attic. Because they won't let me sleep downstairs, much like the dog that's not allowed to come upstairs. I'm not allowed to leave the attic.
Yeah.
And so when it does rain, it's like really loud in there.
Yeah.
And I even crack the window open a little bit so it gets even louder. I don't know what it is. I just love that noise. It's so relaxing to me.
See, I'm the complete opposite. So I live in a older flat, and the sound of rain actually gives me anxiety
because of your roof.
Because we had really bad leaks like last year. So genuinely, if it's raining badly,
you're like shitting yourself.
I can't sleep because I'm like just imagining drowning essentially.
Fucking brilliant. Yeah, imagine that would be some leak.
Yeah.
Christ. Yeah. Oh, Sam does sleep on a riverboat. We should have said that, to be fair.
I sleep in the bath as well, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, that's
it
double.
Fills up quick.
The sound of a loved one breathing softly while they sleep. Not snoring. Yeah. That's the worst. Tasty pot of food, slightly simmering. Yeah, okay. I'm not... was that a pointless story?
I hate stuff like that because it's like, I like this and I hate this.
I know. Shut up. Right. So that one was kind of
pointless.
I mean, we're finding a trend here.
Yeah.
It's undeniable. There is a trend.
Yeah.
And they are pointless. So we shouldn't be getting so aggravated. Maybe this is the point of the subreddit. Okay. So let's try and enjoy.
Let's try and enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Retiring a Wi-Fi name, and I think.
Wait, what was that? Sorry.
Retiring a Wi-Fi name.
Okay.
Wi-Fi is just this thing that basically...
Is it that thing that you showed me, you printed out for me the other week? Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. The diagrams,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's not tell them the other stuff I had to print out for you. Fuck me. Retiring a Wi-Fi name. Today, after nearly a year and a half, I retired the Wi-Fi name for my modem 420 Cock Gobblers with a Z. What started out as 4 friends sitting around bored in an empty apartment setting up the Wi-Fi turned into something great. I said 420 Cock Gobblers as a cheap Sorry. I said 420. It's the 420. It's 420. Because I love attaching 420 or 69 and it's instantly more moronic. You know what I mean? Yeah. I said 420 Cock Gobblers for a cheap laugh, and we just decided to put it in as the name, because who cares? We were moving out soon and taking the modem with us. I figured we would change it to something else. We moved, but the name stayed the same. Friends would come in and ask what the Wi-Fi was, and immediately a grin would come across me and my roommate's face. A girl I started to date asked what it was, and after a moment of awkwardness, we all laughed. It was beyond stupidity. It was the dumbest thing I've ever consistently laughed at in my life, and I thought, why would I ever change it now?
Yeah.
Before I go on, have you ever had a funny, a silly Wi-Fi name?
No, but what I was about to say was I feel like that's something that people don't do enough of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many, like, when you see, like, a clever or funny Wi-Fi name, it actually genuinely does make you giggle or make you go, I appreciate that.
It's a little treat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little treat.
We had one, I can't even remember what it was. It wasn't like one we came up with. It was just a kind of generic funny one that had Wi-Fi.
Like, fuck off nosy or something like that. Like,
fuck off nosy.
Yeah.
That's from a video. I haven't just shouted that in a weird accent.
Yeah. Can you print that out for me later?
Yeah, I'll print it out again. Yeah. It's just a load of stills with subtitles on it. It's a flip book.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Like the funny Wi-Fi names.
Oh, yeah. No, we did have one at uni, to be fair. But it was like Wi-Fi puns.
Right, yeah.
And the flat below us had one, and that's why we changed ours. And I liked the idea that they maybe saw that we changed ours and were like, good lads.
Yeah,
You know what I
having
mean?
a bit of back and forth.
Yeah.
Like just in general, like when there's an opportunity to have like a custom name for something, or to have a bit of fun. Like people just don't do that enough.
People don't bother.
It's like when you go to Starbucks, and who in Starbucks has given that barista your real name? Let's be honest.
Wait, hold on.
Every time I'm in Starbucks, I'm given a fake name.
Oh my god!
I've been Leon.
Have you actually?
Oh yeah.
Wow, Leon. Do you like Leon?
Well, that's what I'm trying out.
Yeah.
I say it. I see how it feels, and
Respect.
then they hand me the coffee. I see how it feels again. And then I maybe play around with it for another day or two, and then I move on to something else,
Okay, I'm trying to think what I could go for. So Leon's quite cool, actually.
Yeah, Leon.
I know a guy called Leon, good guy. So that's another pro. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You could just try out like a non-name, like Orange or something like that. See how it goes.
Apple's the name, isn't it?
Madonna.
Well, yeah. Chris Martin called his kid Apple, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Christ almighty. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else doing that? Like anyone that isn't a celebrity, like honestly might get locked up.
Yeah. Just some guy earns 20 grand a year called Apple.
Apple, you'd be like, is he all right? Like, yeah. Or if it was some bloke that just, I don't know, smashes a load of fucking right? Heroin, if you're not aware, and is a shit.
Not the guy from Steps.
Yeah, he's not smashing him up the ass. He might be. Actually, I don't know. Is H married? Let's move on because that's all legal now, which is great. So you know what I mean, though. Someone at the kind of bottom of society's rungs might call their kid Apple, and they go, "Oh fuck, Dave, you can't call your kid Apple, mate, you fucking lunatic." Yeah. Whereas when it's called Chris Martin, everyone goes, "Yeah, nice name, Chris." You fucking frick. To be fair, it's probably his wife, whatever she's called.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
And they're not together anymore.
I don't know, but she's mental.
They're not.
She's got that company Goop.
Yeah, and it's got those things that are just completely they bullshit.
Sell like bottles of air and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they sell, there's a stone for your vagina as well that they sell, I'm pretty sure. Like a, it was on some, it might have even been a H3 video actually, but there was someone taking the piss out of the store and they were taking you through all the bogus.
Was it JonTron?
It could have been. No, that's who it was. It was JonTron. Yeah. And it was like him going through all that shit. And one of them was like, it was like a stone, like a healing stone or something to do with that. And it was like,
and you put
it was
it
like
in
$300
your vagina.
fucking dollars or something, I swear. What? They're really expensive stuff on Goop. It's not like it's a high end brand. Yeah. It's mental. Anyway, sorry, I could talk about that for a while because it really winds me up.
Yeah.
And she doesn't fucking need it.
No.
Gwyneth. Is she Welsh?
Gwyneth?
Yeah.
No, she's American.
Gwyneth.
She must be.
Gwyneth, what's this about Goop then?
What's this about vagina stones, eh?
Anyway, God knows how we even got onto that. But yeah, I do. That really, really winds me up. People are entitled to think what they want. What bothers me is people taking money from those people and abusing that. You know what I mean? It's not the people that are into it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, but the name stayed the same. He was basically saying that it's kind of a silly thing, but it made him laugh, so they kept it. Until one day, my parents came to visit. It started as an ordinary visit, but my father was pressed at work and wanted to keep tabs on his email and do some stuff on the web. I bet he did, dirty bastard. He casually asked, "Chris, what's the Wi-Fi?" I froze. All the laughs, all the good times. Was it worth it? Yeah. I stumble on my words. Well, I don't remember the password. Let me go look for it. I bought myself some time, but I had no clue what to do. 30 seconds passed, but it felt like an hour. No, it didn't. As I stood completely still in my room. That's quite funny, actually. I've done that before. You know, when you go into, you're like, I'll go and look for that or something. You go and you stand behind the door.
Yeah,
or like,
you just try and figure out a plan.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck am I going to do here then? Finally, I hear from my living room, "Actually, Chris, it's all right if you can't find it. I don't need it." So he's clearly gotten rid of his erection. He doesn't need the porn site anymore.
Yeah. Or the wife has helped him out while the son was in the other room.
Exactly. Relief washed over me like a waterfall. That wasn't relief. I've never been happier. So I've told the story to everyone who knows the Wi-Fi. More laughs, apparently. Today, my father came to visit and he planned on staying around for a little bit. As great as it's been, I had to officially retire it today. It was time. Thank you, 420 cock gobblers, and rest easy. So again, quite a pointless story.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting, kind of funny. Not that funny.
My dad would find it funny, like the Wi-Fi name.
I mean, my dad would probably just think I'm a bit weird, but he certainly wouldn't be like, "Oh, my son's mental." He would just be like, "I don't understand my son's jokes with his friends."
Humor,
yeah. So the top comments, someone saying this subreddit was made for stories like this.
Yeah.
So there you go. Another one.
Yeah, let's go.
So this one is, my grandma thinks all gay people are also vegans.
Okay.
The only gay person she knew was my cousin, who was married to his husband. You'd fucking hope so if he's gay, wouldn't you? They are both vegan. I am pretty sure they are also the only vegans she knows. My grandma is a conservative Catholic, but she tries really hard to understand and be supportive. Oh, fair enough. She attended my cousin's wedding, for example. I think that's okay. No, that's fine. America's different. But I think that's an absolute bare minimum.
Yeah.
My sister came out to my grandma as a lesbian this past weekend. Our immediate family is known for a long time. The first thing my grandma asked was, so are you going vegan too? And was shocked when my sister told her no. I guess she just thought going vegan after coming out of the closet was the normal path for a gay person. And that's it. It's not hilarious, but when I read it the first time, I did one of these out my nose. Because I was like, that is funny. This grandma's just walking around, just that she's living her life thinking that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is a story that person probably never has a chance to really tell.
Yeah.
It's still interesting.
It has a place on this subreddit now.
Yeah, exactly. Let's move on, shall we? So the comments in that one are just people saying, that's nice.
Haha, that's funny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So maybe it's a bit tame. Maybe that's the difference between what we're normally used to, is that this subreddit's a little bit more, it's safe for work, I guess.
Yeah. There's less to sort of make fun of, essentially.
Yeah. But I appreciate, it's kind of nice to have a balance of that sort of stuff on Reddit. It can't all just be people gluing their ass cheeks together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Duct taping a flashlight to a fan or anything like
that. Fuck me, that one was fucking nuts, wasn't it?
It was.
This one is weird, okay? Really weird, but not in the ass cheeky way, just in like a gluey ass cheek, in just this person's completely lost the plot.
But it's still pointless, you would say.
It's utterly pointless. Yeah, I mean, it's quite a nice thing they've done, I suppose.
Okay.
A butterfly was thrown onto me in the bus.
Thrown onto them?
Okay, not heard of that
one. By who? The butterfly man?
Yeah. Thrown onto me in the bus, and now I'm responsible for its life.
Right.
So this isn't exactly pointless, but I don't know where else to post this. So let me know. I'm a high school student. I was taking the bus home when halfway into it, a butterfly caught me in the wind and was...
Again, strange use of words.
Yeah.
Caught me in the wind.
It's probably because I got it wrong, to be fair. I was taking the bus home when halfway into it, a butterfly got caught in the wind and was thrown into the bus. It's not... Stop saying thrown.
Yeah.
It landed on... It blown into the bus, right? We've got a word for it. Fucking hell! It landed on my arm. I looked down and realised it was there. Oh my God, too much fucking detail. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. I'm getting wound up. I am getting aggravated tonight, aren't I? I don't know what's wrong with me. I looked down and realised it was there. Yeah. So I picked it up and cupped it in my hand. It was only on its back and didn't respond at all. Well, don't think they can talk, to be fair. Everyone on the bus was freaking out, and they also said it was dead. I know, they're probably not freaking out. This person's probably...
I mean, it might be a high school bus as well, you know. So
it is,
lots of kids. Yeah.
No, I think it will be, yeah.
Yeah.
I held on to it because I didn't feel like it was dead. I noticed his foot was bent and he couldn't use it. You would fucking think so if it was bent.
Yeah.
People were saying to let it out the window, but I didn't want it to get hurt again. I kept it in my hand for the entire time. I carried it to my house. I have butterfly plants in my backyard, so I set it on one of those. Butterfly plants. So is that where butterflies come from? I never knew that.
Yeah. You just plant a seed and it grows into a butterfly.
Cool. It fell off of the plant later on because the wind was too strong. I put my hand near it.
Okay.
I know.
This is fucking...
I know. And it ran towards my hand with no hesitation. It's a pet.
Ran.
It fucking legged it.
It was broken. It's a butterfly.
For starters, its foot was broken. So which one is it? Did it run or was its foot bent? And
Are you a liar?
Climb up my arm. I think a lot of people on Reddit are. We've been through that before, but
yeah.
I had to push it off onto a plant. Didn't have to. Yeah. However, it kept falling off and it was about to rain, so my mum said to take it inside. I placed a piece of clear watermelon near it.
What?
Yeah. He then, I'll skip through, but he basically then offers it sugar water and all this shit, and that's it. That's
it.
That's the pointless story, is that he's not sure. There are updates. So he says he looks like his bad leg and his proboscis is slowly extending.
Wait, what was that?
Don't know. Have no idea. If someone could tell us what that is, that'd be fucking brilliant, because I haven't got a clue. And I don't like to Google in front of Sam because
I don't understand.
He doesn't get it. It freaks him out. He's sort of using his leg now. It's completely out and on the ground, but it's like he's not putting any weight on it. I love that. And it's like something. It's got 4.2 thousand upvotes, and I'm pretty sure this is it's certainly top 3 most upvoted comments of all time on this subreddit. And so I thought, actually, you know what? It was good to talk about one that had a lot of upvotes, and this is probably the most appropriate one. Yeah, because it really is pointless fucking stories.
It's just pointless and endless. And
someone best of'd your story.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
That sounds like a big deal. Do any of these?
Oh, so it went to best of.
Oh, okay.
So someone like linked to that and put it in best of, and it actually got 7.7 thousand upvotes there.
Right. Okay.
And another 4,000 here. So it's actually done
well received.
It's been really well received, and we've fucking hated it. But I don't think we've hated it. I think it's just that we
found it pointless.
Yeah, we don't get it.
Yeah.
This is like, we did another thread like this, and we got sort of slightly annoyed.
I think it was the petty revenge.
Revenge, yeah. Yeah. Because it was petty revenge, and we probably just don't like. But also, Devin, not having a go at you, mate. Thanks for the subreddit suggestion. Yeah. Shall I read you the final update of that? Because you will want to hear this. It's the next day. He died around midnight last night. Time of death. He was up till you've got school. Go to bed.
He died.
I'm not surprised, but I am sad. I know no one is probably interested anymore, but I've decided to try to display him. I'll update with how that process is going. Right now, his wings are being held open and kept in Tupperware in the freezer. That's a vague description, but yeah, I know that's a good thing to do. This guy says he's got no experience displaying butterflies,
but he's just going for it anyway.
He's like, fuck it, go on then. You can't let a good butterfly pass you by.
Yeah, I'm gonna freeze
I've got a butterfly plant outside. People are buying them up.
He's gonna start killing butterflies and selling frozen butterflies on the school bus,
like Burke and Hare.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, this is a bizarre subreddit for me. It's just like,
do you know what? I've got one you'll like.
Okay,
this one.
Do you promise?
Short, sweet, weird. Okay,
let's go.
Honestly, one of the greatest feelings I've ever experienced was popping a massive zit on my balls.
Ooh,
I mean it. I think about the way, sometimes I worry people might take me reading out these stories and sort of cut them up, and then they'll just have recordings of me admitting to sort of several horrendous incidents.
I popped my balls.
Yeah, but they don't even need to change it like that. Yeah. I popped my balls. You know what I mean? I'm saying it.
I mean, I worry about some of the things I've said on this podcast.
Yeah, I'm surprised
even without getting chopped up.
Complaints. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
I piss in public. I have had sex with a fleshlight. Things like this, you know.
Well, don't bring it up again. Fuck me.
Yeah. I like how I said I have had sex with a
No, it's called making love. Oh dear. So this guy's best experience ever, popping a spot on his balls. Like I mean it. I think about the way it felt at least once a week, and I don't think anything compares to it. Christ, it's like heroin again.
Yeah. What? This is getting weird.
Yeah.
It's like he really enjoyed it.
Really fucking liked it. This was like 8 years ago. I was 13 maybe. Going through awful acne when I noticed this thing just purely on his ball sack. It's actually quite maybe a blessing. Not getting any face acne, just ball acne.
All over your balls. Yeah.
When I noticed this thing starting to form on my balls, it just kept getting bigger until it swelled to the size of a Mentos or something.
Oh my God, whoa. That's big.
That is quite big. Okay.
That's like alarmingly big. And I would not be popping something that big.
I'd be in the fucking hospital.
Yeah.
Mind you, he said he was 13. Do you know what I mean? You're just an idiot. Like, you don't really know what's going on. I remember, it's until it swelled to the size of a Mentos or something. I remember squeezing it between my hands while in the bathtub and it flying at the speed and volume of a porn star cum shot. It felt so good that I literally can't explain it. To this day, I pray for another ball zit so I can relive the experience.
That's weird. Yeah, I do you know who finds stuff like that really satisfying is my mum. Like, my mum used to love, like, she would pop, like, I used to get sort of like big
hold on
zits on my back.
Yeah.
And I would genuinely like be like, Mum, you know,
come and get them.
On you go. Just knock yourself out.
Some people love
like
popping
the videos,
spots and doing it though to other people. I know that.
Yeah.
I've met a few people that love doing that. I don't think it's that it's like not necessarily too common, but I don't think it's also not particularly uncommon. I think people quite like the satisfactory sort of pop. I think.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's like a particular like if you've got a zit on your balls, I would not be popping it. Like you're probably is that not like infection? Issues like that.
That's such a good point, actually. I'd be worried about that.
Especially if it's the size of a Mentos.
Yeah. Which is twice the size of my cock, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. Sorry, I need to go and have a look at something.
Yeah, you need to do something about that zit on your balls.
I know we've still got time, but let's call it here, shall we? I actually once sat at a friend's house when I was older than I care to admit, and we were having a few beers. I mean, I wasn't 20, I was like 16.
Okay,
but
legends.
Yeah, look...
It was just a normal thing when you were 16.
Yeah, well,
a couple of beers.
For me, it was, yeah. Probably a couple of birds there. You know what I mean? Maybe some cocaine. Okay, so yeah, no, we were there, and it was just me and him, and we were waiting for people to come, and we were having a couple of these beers, thinking we were legends. I think it was Coors Light, actually, which
the hard stuff
goes to show you we were 16. Yeah. My mate was like, he made a joke about like a foreskin or something, and I got the wrong end of the stick and was like, hold on, what? You clean the inside of your penis? And he was like, yeah, and I was like, fuck it, what? Yeah. He was like, Will, you have to do that. It gets dirty in there
with a toothbrush.
Oh my god. No, but he was like, you have to do that, like you have to go in there and sort stuff out. And I was like, okay, fucking hell. 5 minutes later I was like, mate, I'm sorry, I can't. You have to go in. And he was like, your foreskin? And I was like, I thought you meant in the fucking in there.
Like with a cotton bud.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck, what a relief. Oh my god. Yeah.
Can you imagine if you hadn't clarified that?
Well, yeah.
What might have happened?
I kind of never stopped thinking about it from when he first told me. You know what I mean? Like I was like the whole time I was like, what's he talking about? But yeah, that's that one. The only thing that makes this story better is it's the first post on a throwaway. I don't think that makes it better.
No.
I think it makes it worse.
It makes it worse. I want to see the history of this guy's...
And it's like embarrassing, but it's like, it's not that embarrassing.
No, it's like...
It's quite funny.
I think it's weird that it was like 8 years ago and he's still thinking about it.
Yeah.
To me, that is actually kind of weird. Like,
we're not going to kink shame him.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And he's thought about it once a week. You know what I mean? It is almost like a drug. It's like, like people say, look, you never ever stop being an alcoholic. Yeah. You just stop drinking. I mean, it's like he never stopped being a ball popper. he hasn't had access to it.
Yeah. I mean, how would you deliberately create a zit on your balls? Would you like slather them in grease or something like that, or I don't know,
like that episode of Family Guy? Seen that? Yeah, like the old
Chris.
school one. Yeah. Get me some homies. Yeah, I haven't seen that. Seriously, like 15 years or something, or 10 years at least. Anyway,
Family Guy used to be like pretty funny.
Yeah, and I think we were at the perfect age, and we got the best seasons. Yeah. So it was just like the perfect storm. Yeah. Right, should we finish off with one more?
Yeah, let's do it.
I know it's been a kind of rambly podcast, this one, but we really, really wanted to do what Devon had suggested.
Yeah.
I genuinely had to buy condoms and a cucumber.
Oh, okay.
A girl was coming over for a dinner date. I was going to cook a curry. So we do not need you. We're going to cook a curry.
Yeah.
While I was cooking, I realised I didn't have any cucumber for the raita.
Oh,
Raita?
yeah. I was just about to say, what sort of curry has cucumber in it?
Yeah. But that's the little... So is that the kind of minty dip?
It's like the minty cucumbery dip.
It's nice, actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
Fair play for making that as well. If he's making the curry, he must be doing a few...
Must be a first date, yeah. I wouldn't do that for my girlfriend. First date, yes. Second date, maybe.
Third date.
10-year relationship.
Yeah. While I was cooking, I realised A, didn't have any cucumber, and B, I was feeling good about the date, but didn't have any condoms. So I genuinely had to go to Tesco, grab a cucumber, bring it up to the counter to pay, and say, and also a box of condoms, please. The guy kept a straight face. I kept a straight face. Just before I left, I held the two items up and said unrelated, and he lost it.
Right.
And that's it.
Well, do you know what? Unless you live in the middle of nowhere and there's only one Tesco.
It doesn't matter.
I would go to Tesco and get the connies, and I would go to Sainsbury's and get the cucumber.
Oh, if you're in a small place.
Well, because
or if you're in a big one.
No, yeah, I don't want to buy those two items at the same place. I want to keep them separate because I don't want anybody to think that I'm like doing anything, because I don't need that shit. So
yeah, well, true.
I'm just saying this guy could have approached it a little bit. A little bit smarter.
A little bit more strategically, maybe.
He wasn't thinking about how other people are going to perceive that.
No. He wasn't, and that would be funny.
There's a lesson there.
I wonder if maybe if the date went really well, maybe he did use the cucumber. I don't know. You know,
he went back and got an aubergine as well.
yeah. And if cucumber didn't have the girth. And the great thing about a cucumber is that you can use one end with a condom on it, and then if you're getting tired, rehydrate. Just bite the other end. So it's actually perfect. I can't believe I've not thought that before. Yeah. And then someone's obviously said, did you bang? Because you need to know. And he's just replied with a kind of sort of cheeky face. So I think he
did.
I think this guy got his end away.
Yeah, nice one. Respect.
Yeah. Oh, why? Because he's a lad. Would he be a slut if he was a girl?
Yes.
Fair play. Got to stick to your principles, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's it. So this has actually ended up being an all right length podcast, which is good. We know people like that. No, I think it's going quite well. I always like to kind of give the listeners a bit of an update at the end.
You like to give them context. I like to keep people in the dark.
Yeah. I think this all stems from your lack of connectivity to the internet.
Yeah,
because you don't understand the whole social media world that we're living in.
This is all new to me. I actually don't understand where this podcast goes. I just assume that you put it onto CDs. Am I right? And you hand it out to people and
sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Thanks, Will.
It's actually a transcript.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I mentioned in the last episode that we had like 200 weekly listeners, and we've already gone up to 300.
Yeah.
So we're pretty chuffed about that.
That's pretty cool.
Appreciate it, and again, appreciate you coming to the subreddit. And if anyone wants to come over, what's the address again?
It is Heardit_podcast.
And yeah, you can come along and have a chat. And I don't know really what we're going to use it for, but it would just be cool to interact in any way with you.
Yeah.
Even if you just want to like chat about a random thing we've spoken about, or if you've got an opinion about something we've said, we'd love to hear it. So please do jump on the subreddit or give us an email.
Yeah, please.
But desperate.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, how do you rate that subreddit?
Devin.
Yep.
I rate him highly.
Legend.
Do I rate the subreddit highly? I genuinely have subscribed on my Heardit.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, not on my secret personal one.
Yeah.
But on my Heardit account, I have subscribed because I quite like some of the stories in there.
Yeah, do you know what? It kind of won me over towards the end.
Yeah.
I can understand why people would enjoy that because I think you're right. It's less about the story and it's more about the fact that somebody's getting the chance to tell the story.
Yeah.
And that's the wholesome thing about it. That butterfly one it is perfect because it's like
where the hell else is he going to put?
Yeah, this kid. It was obviously important to them.
Yeah, and it's been his whole day. This kid, and like to be fair to him, like he held it in his hand, took it home, he looked after it. Like him and his mum have probably had a nice bonding experience over that.
Yeah, and now he's got a lovely framed butterfly.
Yeah, exactly. Frozen butterfly.
Grand.
Why wouldn't you want that? But yeah, no. So from that side of things, from like a kind of wanky nice guy version of things, it's nice. But from kind of cutthroat. Right, we've got to get rid of X amount of subreddits. You know what I mean? If they said we've got, it might be on the chopping block. I'm not going to leave it in my subscriptions over a Today I Fucked Up.
It's not quite in the Hall of Fame, but it's worth a look every now and then.
No. Also, we should clarify, before we go, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Have I asked you how you feel about the subreddit?
No, you haven't.
How do you feel before we move on?
5 out of 10.
Bosh. And that's the difference between me and Sam.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. Like it's fine, isn't it?
It's fine. It was actually
It was good. It was good.
To be honest, I started off and I got really pissed off, and you could see my body language.
Yeah. Well, your fists were like this. Yeah. Your knuckles were white.
Yep.
From squeezing them so hard.
And then it did actually win me over towards the
end.
Yeah. Because I sort of started to appreciate the purpose that it has.
That was just after you took 5 minutes outside, wasn't it, to walk around?
And I did some press ups.
Chill out, and it's weird. You got yourself pumped up, but it almost worked. It kept you chilled.
It just got rid of that pent up sort of rage.
Okay, yeah. And there is final thing we should say is that we mentioned in the last episode we were going to do a Today I Fucked Up post.
Yeah.
What we meant by that is that next time we do a Today I Fucked Up, we will have a Today I Fucked Up in there.
Yeah.
And we should have made that clearer because I listened back to it yesterday and I realised that really wasn't very clear. So we will do that, and we're planning on doing another Today I Fucked Up pretty soon, probably.
Yeah.
And the more we hear from you guys, the more we can tailor the subreddits to you. So when we hear this feedback and people say they like Today I Fucked Up, so that's why we did another one. And next time we do one, we'll write our own post.
Yes, because we have got some peachy
bad fuck ups.
Yeah.
To the point where we had a conversation about like we know that fuck ups are are enough.
Yeah.
But do you invest and give the people what they want?
Do you give the people the worst thing that you've ever done in
Yeah,
your life?
exactly.
Borderline illegal.
Yeah. Yeah. So who knows? But anyway, we've rambled on long enough, and we'll leave you to it. Thanks again for listening, and
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.